Hi there. Welcome back, YouTube friends and family. In today's vlog, I'm going to talk about our new website. If you've not visited our new website, and I am going to put the address below, we'd like for you to take a look at it and comment below and let us know what you think. Or if you'd prefer, go on Facebook and send us a message. I just would like to know what the people that follow my channel really think about the site. Now, on our website, we're selling heirloom tomatoes, and this is not any tomatoes. I did pick out the varieties that I intend to raise a few of this year. A few of them I've never raised before. Some of them my friends have raised and they just say they're wonderful tomatoes. So I've got to see what all the hype is about. I want to try them too. But if you would, take a look at the site and let us know what you think about. We'll get into the different varieties as we get further into this vlog. I also want to explain the shipping. The shipping seems a little high because it's higher than the price of the tomato seeds. But remember, I'm sending this as a business. I have to send these tomato seeds in a bubble wrap type package. In other words, the package has little soft cushioning bubbles on the inside. Because when it goes through the machines at the post office, if I put that in a regular envelope, it could possibly damage those seeds, the pressure of them going through the machine. So most seeds that I get have all come in bubble wrap packaging, and that's what we intended to use. Also, you have to take into consideration your labels. You have to take into consideration the software that you're using. Nothing's for free, unfortunately for me either. So the packaging is $6 flat rate, but that includes everything. And the way to make that a little bit cheaper per pack is simply to buy more packs of seeds. And remember, seeds will keep for quite some time. I always put my seeds in the freezer. And I know a lot of people don't really like that idea, but the main reason that seeds do not germinate is because they dry out. When you put those seeds in the freezer, the moisture that's in that seed is going to freeze. It's not going to dry out. And I've raised seeds that were well over 10, 15 years old that I've taken out of the freezer and was easily able to sprout them and put them in cups. All right, now let me get into a little bit more about the varieties we're offering and tell you a little information about them. All right, now what I'm about to show you is the first screen that you'll see when you click on our website. And the address, of course, will be on the bottom of the screen, but it is simply TN, that's for Tennessee, MTN, that's for mountain, garden.com. And garden is spelled out Garden. And I'll have that below. But what you're looking at right now is the actual screen that you're going to come to. That's our first screen. To look at the tomatoes, there's several ways. You can scroll down or you can simply click on the Shop Now icon on the screen. Okay, the first item I'm going to show you that we offer is our heirloom tomato Cherokee Purple. And I recently did a vlog about this tomato. It was uploaded on March the 8th, so I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. Most everybody's familiar with the Cherokee Purple, and if you're not, go to the blog. The second heirloom tomato I'm going to show you is the Big Rainbow. Now, this is a tomato that we try to grow. It is a yellow tomato with red stripes in the flesh of the tomato as well as on the peeling. The Big Rainbow is a beefsteak tomato. It's a rather large tomato. And if you like a tomato that has a mild flavor, this may be a tomato that you want to raise yourself. And the chocolate covered cherry tomato actually came from the Andes. It goes way back as far as its history as well. The next image you're going to see on the screen is the Oxheart tomato. Now, I've never grown this tomato, but I've had a lot of friends that have grown it, and they absolutely think it's an awesome tomato. This tomato can get rather large, and it tends not to have a lot of seeds. It's a very meaty tomato, so it's great for canning. But since I had never tried it, I thought this year I'm definitely going to grow some to see what all the hype is about. All right, What you're seeing on the screen now is the money maker. The money maker is the #1 tomato that is raised in the United Kingdom. And I'm not going to get into the details on why that is, but this is a tomato that produces an abundant crop. It's kind of almost like a cherry tomato where you've got lots of tomatoes on the same bloom stem. Now, the tomatoes don't get quite as large as they do on some of the other heirloom seeds I'm selling, but the average is anywhere from 4 to 6 ounces, and that's a pretty good sized tomato. I don't know about in your area, but during the winter, all we can get are these what they call vine ripe tomatoes, and that's basically the money maker because they tend to be grown in the greenhouse a lot, but they can be grown outside. They just take a little bit of special care. And if you have any question about that, if you buy these and you want to know, all you need to do is email me. My email address is on all my websites, and I tend to try to answer everyone's questions as quickly as I can. All right, this next tomato actually originated in France. So I don't speak French, and I'm going to butcher the name of this tomato. I call it the Custroli tomato, and I'm sure that's a terrible pronunciation. But this tomato is another tomato that grows extremely large. It's not uncommon for these tomatoes to grow bigger than 2 pounds each, and that's a pretty good sized tomato. And they're ribbed on the top like a lot of the heirlooms used to be. I think that just based on the description, it'd be a great tomato for someone to try if they've not. I really like trying a different tomato. I don't raise a lot of varieties in my garden, but I have no problem putting 3 or 4 of a new variety in the garden just to see whether or not it's going to become one of my favorites, one of those tomatoes that we say is a must raise each year. So give it a try. Who knows, it might end up being one of your favorite tomatoes as well. The next tomato on the screen is actually an Amana orange. It's an orange tomato. My mother always loved orange tomatoes. She just liked the flavor. She really did not like a tomato that had a strong acidic taste. So I did do a little research on the Amana orange before I purchased the seeds, and I thought, yep, this is what I want to grow in my garden. So I bought the seeds in bulk so I could offer them for sale on our website. I think this is going to be a great tomato for those of you that like a mild flavored tomato without a lot of acid. The next tomato that you're going to see on the screen will be the persimmon. And when I read that name, persimmon, the first thing I thought was, because a persimmon, if it's not right, it'll pucker you up like nothing else. But the persimmon tomato has a sweet taste. And just like a persimmon, a wild persimmon, once it gets ripe, it's as sweet as sugar. A lot of people make jam out of them. But now this is just a tomato. The name persimmon simply is referring to that deep orange color. So hopefully you'll give it a try. You know, it could be one of your favorites. We do have a couple of other items I'm going to flash up here on the screen. These are not tomato seeds, but these are vegetables that I wanted to grow myself. The first you're going to see here on the screen will be the Danvers carrots. Now, that is an heirloom variety. It's just your standard orange carrot. It's been raised year after year. People have kept the seeds and passed it on for generations, and that's why it's referred to as an heirloom. The next thing you're going to see is some purple carrots. Now, the purple carrots are the only thing I have that are really not an heirloom. They've not been around that long. But now, I just wanted to try them. They're a purple skinned carrot. So while I was getting seeds for me, I got enough that I could offer some on the website. The next thing that I have is the Lola Rosa lettuce. And I was really intrigued by that one. I probably have 50 varieties of lettuce seeds in my freezer. But I didn't have any of this, Lola Rosa. The Lola Rosa is an heirloom that was originated, they think, it actually came from cultivation of a wild lettuce. It goes all the way back, according to Google, to the Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians. Not only that, it's a dark red looking lettuce. One of the universities in Europe did a study of this, comparing it with other lettuces, and it has 100 times, not 10, 100 times more antioxidants than a standard lettuce. So, being the type of guy that likes to eat nutritious food, I just had to go ahead and purchase some seed. Now, the last thing I have is the Vates Blue Scotch Curled Kale, and I have a lot of kale seeds, but I didn't have any of the curled kale. And I know other people that have raised the curly kale, and I just thought, gotta have some, so it's on my website as well. We want to thank you guys for hopefully staying with us through this entire video. I know it's a little long. I know that when I watch videos, sometimes I fast forward through stuff, but hopefully we're talking about things here that interest you. And we do appreciate you and hope you'll actually click on the subscribe icon and ring the bell so that you're notified when we're putting out new videos. Thank you guys and have a totally blessed life.